Well, Doom Eternal has been delayed. As sad as this news is, I do hope that this delay means that the game will launch as a really good finished product. So let's discuss the news. Alright, so hey everybody, Bloodboom Bobby here, and yeah, like I said, Doom Eternal has been delayed according to id Software. Now, I first heard about this news through a tweet from the official Doom Twitter account, and I'm going to read this entire message that they had put up regarding the delay. So this is what it had to say, quote, "Throughout the development of Doom Eternal, our goal has been to deliver a game that exceeds your greatest expectations across the board. To make sure we're delivering the best experience for Doom Eternal to live up to our standards of speed and polish, we've made the decision to extend our launch date by a few months to March 20th, 2020. We know many fans will be disappointed by this delay, but we are confident that Doom Eternal will deliver a gaming experience that is worth the wait. In addition to shifting the Doom Eternal launch date, we've made a couple other changes we wanted you to know about. Invasion mode, which will allow you to enter another player's game as a playable demon, will release as a free update shortly after launch. Doom Eternal for Nintendo Switch will release after the other platforms. We will announce that date in the future. Doom 64 will be available on Xbox One, PlayStation 4, and PC, in addition to Nintendo Switch. We are adding Doom 64 as a pre-order bonus for Doom Eternal on all platforms, so you'll be able to download and play this classic game for free just for pre-ordering Doom Eternal. Doom 64 will be released on March 20th, 2020 on all platforms. We're grateful to every Doom fan for your dedication and support. We can't wait to rip and tear right alongside you. Signed, id Software. So yeah, you heard it straight from the horse's mouth basically. Doom Eternal is being delayed until March 20th, 2020 for PC, PS4, and Xbox One. I'm going to make sure that I am not missing. So yeah, you heard it here first. Doom Eternal is being delayed until March 20th, 2020 for the PC, PS4, and Xbox One, and for the Nintendo Switch indefinitely. And me personally, whenever a game is delayed, especially if it's one that I'm really looking forward to, especially one like Doom Eternal, especially since Doom 2016 has easily been one of my favorite Nintendo Switch games, or games that were on the Nintendo Switch, it does feel sad in the sense that I was really looking forward to this game. I was thinking, oh, it comes out, it was originally set to come out in November 2019, so I was hoping it was going to be a thing where, like, maybe on Black Friday, I would be able to download this game for the Nintendo Switch and play it in time for Christmas. But at the same time, I understand that, yes, by delaying a game, this means that, developers will have more of an opportunity to take advantage of that time to make the game better and hopefully make it a super playable product. Because even though from what we've seen of Doom Eternal, like at QuakeCon or at E3, it looks like a really sharp, smooth, really fun game. I mean, even to this day, I could watch that QuakeCon 2018 demo of Doom Eternal and it still puts a smile on my face. But at the same time, the final product, maybe there's something deep within development they still need to work on, that still has some bugs. And I really give id Software a lot of credit for that. And me personally, I selfishly hope that maybe for Doom Eternal for the Switch, if they can get it out by, let's say, E3 2020, I think that would be really nice. If they need to take longer in order to make that version an even better game, especially with the Nintendo Switch's hardware, that I understand. My only concern is that if they push the release date even further than that, it could affect sales, since it won't be around the same time of release as the other consoles. But being delayed does give an opportunity for the game to be even better, maybe even in an even better state than we saw on stage in the various demos that id and Bethesda has had. Then it's definitely a really good sign. I'm kind of wondering if it was a thing where, I don't know if it's a case where whether it was Bethesda that went to id Software and said, okay, you can delay the game, or if it was just a case where id went to Bethesda and kicked some sand and said, hey, look, we cannot release this game in time for holiday 2019. It's going to be a disaster. There's something in it that, that the public hasn't gotten to see yet, that we need some more time to improve. So we got to delay this game for most of the other platforms until March 20th, 2020. So I definitely give id Software a lot of credit for, coming out and saying, hey, in order to make this game real good, we're going to delay this game. And the fact that they said that the invasion mode is now basically going to be a downloadable feature that's added sometime. They said sometime after launch. Yeah, shortly after launch, kind of gives me an idea of just how big a game, Doom Eternal is going to be, which only makes sense because, from the previews of Doom Eternal we've seen, it looks like it's going to be this like really smooth, really detailed, good-looking game. So it definitely makes sense. And I will say, in terms of the Nintendo Switch version, I definitely really, like I said before, Doom 2016 still remains one of my favorite games to play on the Nintendo Switch. I will say, when it came out at launch, it was definitely a very playable game, but at the same time, the frame rate at times could be a little spotty. I remember there was this one part in the campaign for Doom 2016 on the Switch where the frame rate gets pretty stuttery. Like, there will be parts where like, especially there was this one part where there were a bunch of enemies to shoot, and the frame, it just felt like the game, kind of skipped around, for a couple seconds. So if they can get it to a state, now obviously they've released updates to Doom 2016, which only made the game, a much more smoother experience. So by delaying the Nintendo Switch version, as much as it kind of sucks that it's going to be pushed off even further than the March 20th, 2020 game, if it can be if it can be released to a playable state to at least where Doom 2016 is as of right now, then then I think that would be a really good experience for Nintendo Switch fans. And I do so kind of selfishly hope, because I've had a lot of fun playing multiplayer on Doom for the Switch, but as of late, for whatever reason, it's really difficult to find others to, take part in a team deathmatch. I mean, I know some people could say, well, that's because Doom on the Switch, even though it sounds like it's sold enough for id Software and Bethesda to justify bringing it over to Switch, there isn't exactly like a whole ton of players, so maybe that has something to do with it. But I am hoping that because Doom on the Switch, for what it was very well received, that it would encourage more people to pick it up on the Nintendo Switch. I know I have a couple of Doom fans that watch that are following me on Twitter, so I do hope that they consider, especially if Doom Eternal on Nintendo Switch is going to be good, and I hope it is going to be really good. So yeah, so definitely in support of this delay. It's kind of like what I've said in my Sonic and Star vs. the Forces of Evil videos. Not to go off on a tangent, but I remember when the 4th season of Star was coming out, and it was taking a real long time, and people were like, when is this coming out? When is this coming out? And at the time, I was basically content with it, because I was basically saying, hey, if a delay means that the people working on the show need to take more time on this to make it an even better season and to make it what it is, then, I'm definitely all for a delay. And I'm pretty basically in the same boat in regards to Doom Eternal. So yeah, I mean, I understand, yes, they could release a patch. Like, let's say they release, Doom Eternal this holiday season, and it comes out, kind of buggy. I know that, yes, they could release a patch, but at the same time, I much prefer when a game is released in a very playable state. I'm not saying it has to be absolutely perfect. I'm not saying that Doom 2016 was a perfect game by any means. I mean, I even have a friend of mine who felt that the campaign at times got kind of tricky and it was easy to get lost. And then I'm kind of in that same boat, but I still had, a really fun experience with Doom 2016 that I could look past that. But like I said, delaying would give Doom Eternal the time. It would give the developers more time to make it a better game, and I totally respected Software for that. So leave me your thoughts down below on this delay. Did you play Doom 2016? Which platform did you play it for? On top of the Switch version, I did play the PS4 version using PlayStation Now, and it was also really fun experience to play on the PS4. I've played the demo version of Doom on PC. I'm actually thinking about getting the PC version of Doom because I recently bought the Hyperkin Xbox Duke controller, and I'm like, I need some games to play it on. So leave me your thoughts on Doom 2016 down below. What platform did you play it for? Did you like the game? Until next time, this has been Bloodman Bobby, and thank you all for watching. Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed this Blood Moon Bobby video. Like and share the video if you enjoyed it, and feel free to leave a comment. Subscribe to my channel, and ring the bell to get notified when I release my latest videos. Follow me at Blood Moon Bobby on your favorite social media platforms to take part in polls, see my tech tips, and to hear about my video plans. Thanks for watching.